Lights are very important, and Whelen is a great product.
Is it possible there are far too many lights mounted on emergency vehicles?
We've been using them for years, and they're very bright. They synchronize with other vehicles.
Is it possible the public safety responders are failing to use their equipment properly?
When two vehicles pull up next to each other, they'll synchronize, so you don't have people passing by looking at every car, seeing the lights flash. They're all one big pattern, so they basically see one big blue or red light.
Is it possible 30 to 50 light modules, each containing 10 to 20 LEDs, are confounding motorists?
One of the things that we've recognized in the rare instances where we've been able to get a bunch of vehicles together is they'll sync up. And so instead of having a chaotic lighting pattern on the scene, you've got a consistent flash rate where all of the vehicles are flashing slowly back and forth. And this allows a driver to focus more on the other things on the scene rather than all the flashing lights. And that's going to provide more safety to the responders.
Is it possible more and more lighting does more harm than good?
The advances in just the lighting packages and what they're able to do now with syncing up the vehicles. I can tell you that I've arrived on scenes, in the middle of the night years ago when it's pitch black and the lights are flashing, and it really is a distraction almost, not just for us, but for the public who may be driving up on a scene, the varying different flashing patterns that are going on.
Is it possible there are far too many lights mounted on emergency vehicles?
And now when I drive up on a scene with our vehicles, when they're in park, they're flashing and syncing in unison, and they're not, it's not this crazy flash pattern, it's this kind of glowing effect that really helps calm the scene down.
You pull up and then all of a sudden your vehicles sync together, or they were synced as you were pulling up. Not that it calms us down, but it does allow us to be able to focus on our patient care or whatever disaster it is that we're having to deal with.
I mean, we're in the business of saving lives. We don't want to run the risk of causing loss of life through our response, and this system helps us avoid that.
The lights systems that we have now are so much better than before I was sheriff. I mean, they've improved so much in just 7 years that it's a load off of my mind. We really look forward to working with Whelen in the future. The products are awesome. Great ideas come out of that company, and we really look forward to a long and prosperous future together.
Is it possible the public safety responders are failing to use their equipment properly? Read about corruption, money, and markets, found with manufacturers and public officials in the Flashing Blue and Flashing Red books by Nereus Media, now available at nereusmedia.com.